Carnelian is a 6-star phalanx caster. She was first available during the Revolution Symphony banner alongside Cliffheart, Indigo, and Kirara during the Preluding Lights event, but is now only available through Kernel headhunting. Carnelian has 6 years of combat experience, likely coming from her time traveling abroad from her clan in Sargon. She stands 173 centimeters tall, was born on the 17th of January in Sargon, and is of the Capernae race, specifically an Argali. She is also the older sister of Beeswax. In her archive files and promotion record, it's noted that Carnelian hails from an ancient tribe in Sargon's Golden Sands, where tradition dictates that members study abroad upon coming of age. During her travels, she explored many places and collected unique souvenirs, with Lothian meant to be her final stop, until an accident altered her plans. While wandering a Lothian city, she encountered the young Hyacinth Count, who, unable to conceal his infection, detained her, complicating her study trip. Despite their strained introduction, Carnelian bonded with the frail Count, likening him to her troublesome younger sister, and took it upon herself to protect and assist him. Seeking discreet treatment for the Count, she partnered with Rhodes Island, trading her services as an operator in Lothian for the medication he needed. Carnelian presents herself as tall, confident, and meticulously capable, always methodical, yet lacking the refinement expected of a Lothian Count's attendant. Her restrained Sargonian demeanor contrasts with her easygoing charm, often leading others to mistake her for simply friendly. However, those who fight alongside her describe her as fierce and violent, her elegant battle style merely a mask for her primal aggression. Unapologetically true to her principles, Carnelian shows kindness to friends and cruelty to foes, unbound by Lothian influence. Though she tries to soften her image around her sister and the young Count she protects, her success in doing so remains questionable. As part of her agreement with Rhodes Island, Carnelian is registered as an external operator, but unauthorized attempts to access her records only return a falsified message stating she is on a secret mission. This secrecy stems from her close bond with her younger sister, who is nearing the age to embark on her tribe's traditional journey. Having remained in Lothian for 2 years due to her disrupted studies, Carnelian avoids contact with her sister, fearing she might endanger her. Now, as a Rhodes Island operator, she hopes her sister will seek her out there, allowing Carnelian to stage a return under the guise of completing her mission. Lothian nobles' pride in their bloodlines often alienates outsiders like Carnelian, who dismisses their obsession with lineage, noting even the purest nobles tread carefully in their political landscape. After the fall of the House of Hohenlohe due to a conspiracy, only a young, infected boy remained to inherit the title, and Carnelian, defying danger and noble pride, persuaded him to seek treatment. The Hohenlohes, avoiding major conglomerates, ultimately chose Rhodes Island for aid. This decision sparked internal debate within Rhodes Island, as some feared the risks of siding in Lothian conflicts. However, EMEA reaffirmed that Rhodes Island's core mission remains prioritizing oropathy treatment for all, regardless of status. As Carnelian's trust in Rhodes Island deepens, she shares key insights, possibly as a test, advance notice, or subtle request for help, though she seems to have long pondered. Should she openly seek further aid, Rhodes Island will face a challenging decision on how to respond. While her sincerity appears genuine, caution remains necessary. Carnelian has a habit of bringing home anything that catches her eye. Carnelian is confirmed to be non-infected. She has a cell originum assimilation of 0% and a blood originum crystal density of 0.12 parts per liter. It's noted in her medical file that she rarely comes into contact with originum in Sargon, and that she has a good understanding of her own health. In her character art, drawn by Kawaguchi, Carnelian wears a low-cut white shirt or blouse and black pleated leather skirt underneath an open front white trench coat with classed-up collar, black gloves, infection monitor on her left thigh, black tape from her lower thigh down to her legs, pouches on her arm and hip, and black and yellow high-heel boots. A sword rests in her scabbard to her right. In her voice lines, voiced by Ari Kitamura, who also voices Makoto Kikuchi in Idolmaster, Akeno Shiranui in My Bride is a Mermaid, Ami Kawashima in Toradora, Kana Alberona in Aquarius and Fairy Tail, Karen Aragi in Monogatari, Yui in Angel Beats, Mairu Orihara in Dorarara, Saya Takagi in High School of the Dead, Alien in Queen's Blade, Yachio Todoroki in Working, Kagari Izuria in Black Rock Shooter, Darjeeling, Tsuchiya, and Taiga O in Girls und Panzer, Uni in Hyperdimension Neptunia, Hamura in Senran Kagura, Mina Ashido in My Hero Academia, Shizuki Hazuki in New Game, Midi in Maiden Abyss, Mikoto Ayura in Psyche K, Yuzura in Senko-san, Mai Fuyuki in Hokkaido Girls, Juri Han in Street Fighter, Juliet Starling in Lollipop Chainsaw, Hiei in Azure Lane, Ki King in Genshin, M21 in Stetchkin and Girls Frontline, Willow V in Kushina in Neural Cloud, Cerberus in Grand Blue Fantasy, and Cassette Kohlherth in Valkyria Chronicles. Carnelian often talks of work and her sister.
うちの妹、時々寝言を言うんだけど、この間私の悪口を言ってるところにちょうど居合わせたんだよね。ドクター、君はこの前、眠ってる時に自分が何を言ったか知ってるかな？こんにちは。君がドクターだよね。私はカーネリアン、ホーエンローエ伯爵の護衛を、ロドスではただの一般オペレーターだからね。うちの妹に余計なことを言わないように頼むよ。いいね。今回渡された分を確認したんだけど、薬剤の数量に間違いはなかった。確かに受け取ったよ。ケルシーに伝えておいてくれるかな。お題として、例の厄介な任務は私が片付けておくって。うちのおちびちゃん。ロドスのコードネームだと、ビーズワックスかな。あの子、今朝も廊下で転んでたけど、あれで本当に大丈夫なのかな。お姉ちゃんは心配だよ。あの貴族たちの目には、私が相当厄介な変わり者に映っているだろうね。まあ、別に気にすることはない。ただ、こういう面倒事をビーズワックス、あの子に伝えるつもりはないんだ。危なすぎるから。いや、それで言うとドクター、君も放っておけないところがあるよね。できることなら、お貴族様連中のいがみ合いになんて関わりたくもないよ。護衛だ任務だって、私が一日にどれだけのことをやらなきゃいけないか知ってる？いっそ伯爵を説得して、ロドスにくら替えしてこようかな。その時はよろしくね、ドクタ
ー。At E2 level 90 with max trust and potential, Carnelian has 2,106 HP, 960 attack, 258 defense, 15 resistance, a 66-second redeployment time, 22 DP cost, and has a roughly 2-second attack speed. Her range is the standard range of a phalanx caster. At max trust, she gains plus 80 attack and plus 30 defense. At max pot, she gets minus 2 DP cost, minus 4 seconds to redeploy, plus 34 attack, and a buff to her first talent. Her first talent, Meal of Life, at E2 pot 4, Carnelian restores 45% of her max HP when her skill is activated. This effect is doubled to 90% when her skill is charged. Her second talent, Poised for Action, improves her SP recharge rate by plus 0.6 per second when her SP is above the limit. Carnelian has one base skill, which is upgraded at E2. Her base skill, Caster Expert Alpha, is upgraded to Within One's Grasp at E2. When Carnelian is assigned as the trainer in the training room, Caster Ops Mastery Speed plus 60%. Carnelian's first skill, Sandstorm Guardian, gains SP over time and is manually triggered, with all levels needing 18 SP to proc. Level 7 starts with 1 SP and lasts for 17 seconds, while M3 starts with 5 and lasts for 20 seconds. At level 7, Carnelian gets plus 40% attack and plus 70% defense. When charged, her trait effect remains active during the skill. At M3, it's plus 60% attack and plus 100% defense. Her second skill, Sand Fetters, gains SP over time and is manually triggered, needing 25 SP to proc and lasting for 25 seconds at all levels. Level 7 starts with 7 SP, while M3 starts with 10. At level 7, Carnelian's attack speed is raised to 1.2 seconds, and every attack inflicts slow for 0.3 seconds. When charged, she gains plus 15% attack, and instead of slowing, she binds enemies for 0.5 seconds. At M3, her attack interval is 0.9 seconds, but she gets plus 20% attack and binds for 0.6 seconds. Her third skill, Mark of Gluttony, gains SP over time and is manually triggered, needing 28 SP to proc and lasting for 21 seconds at all levels. Level 7 starts with 1 SP, while M3 starts with 5. At level 7, Carnelian's range expands and her attack gradually increases to plus 200%. When charged, each of Carnelian's attacks increase the damage taken by the target from Carnelian by 20%, stacking up to 5 times and lasting until the end of the skill. At M3, her attack gradually increases to plus 280%. Carnelian has 2 modules, the first of which is her PLX-X module, named Hyacinth and Dagger, which makes it so that when Carnelian attacks, she regains plus 100% defense and 10 resistance from her subclass's trait. At module level 3, Hyacinth and Dagger fully upgrades Meal of Life, making it so that Carnelian has plus 45% max HP when her skill is active, restoring 45% max HP when her skill is active, with the effect being doubled when charged. She also gains plus 260 max HP and plus 85 attack. To unlock and max out this module, you must have Carnelian at E2 level 60, have 100% trust with her, have your own Carnelian deal 120,000 damage, 3-star stage 7-3, deploying your own Carnelian and having no defender ops at all, have 12 module data blocks, 60 data patching strips, 20 data patching devices, 2 bipolar nanoflakes, 3 polymerization preparations, 4 D32 steels, and 300,000 LMD. Her second module is a PLX-Y module named Always Have Your Back, which makes it so that Carnelian's damage increases with the number of enemies in her range, up to a max of plus 15%. At module level 3, Always Have Your Back fully upgrades Poised for Action, making it so that Carnelian's SP recharge rate is improved to plus 1 per second when her SP is above the limit, and she is less likely to be attacked when her skill is charged. She also gains plus 95 attack and plus 38 defense. To unlock and max out this module, you must have the previous trust, level, money, and module item requirements fulfilled, have your own Carnelian defeat 80 enemies, 3-star stage 4-6, having your own Carnelian and 6 other ops clear the stage, have 2 crystalline electronic units, 3 bipolar nanoflakes, and 4 D32 steels. Carnelian is all about spamming her skills as often and as quickly as possible, specifically when these skills are charged. But she does serve the role of range bait as well. The trait for the Phalanx subclass of caster is that, in exchange for not attacking while the skill is inactive, they have plus 200% defense and plus 20 resistance, which allows Carnelian to tank some of the heavier hitting ranged attacks. Her talents reinforce her role as a charge skill spammer, as her first talent restores her HP and can increase her max HP with her PLX-X module, while her second makes her SP recovery rate get boosted when past the SP limit up to plus 1 per second with her PLX-Y module. Though her skills are mainly there for buffing her attack, they all have further benefits if you charge them. Her S1 allows Carnelian to keep her plus 200% defense and plus 20 resistance when attacking. S2 has her bind enemies that are in range while attacking faster, and her S3 increases her range as well as having enemies in the range take more damage from her specifically each time they're hit. While this is all well and good, Carnelian is very much for the active and attentive player, as she does not attack unless she's using a skill as mentioned before. She also loses all of her defense when attacking unless you have her S1 charged or her PLX-X module equipped, retaining all or some of the defense. The player is also heavily incentivized to charge these skills she has, as without the charge they can kind of fall flat as they mostly just buff the attack, and goes against having Carnelian spamming her skills as frequently as possible. Overall, Carnelian can make for a good panic button when you have her baiting ranged attacks from weaker operators, but the hoops that need to be jumped through just to get Carnelian to her best, charging her skill, getting a module, having her at E2, when the things she can do such as binding, slowing, or AoE arts damage are done simply and better by other operators, such as Ethan with his S1, any slow supporter, and just any splash caster, or by her replacement, Lin Yusha. It's really hard to recommend her. Medium priority to build, in my opinion, depending on what you need at the moment for your squad. Thank you for watching. Please follow my Twitter and Blue Sky for updates, and please check out my other Azure Lane and Girls Frontline videos as well. Come back tomorrow for next week's character and story teasers.